From RSS's stand on the caste census to the arrest of Aam Aadmi Party MLA Amanatullah Khan, and what exactly did Congress allege against SEBI chairman Madhavi Butch and her links to ICICI Bank? Let's get you all the big stories of the day in this news wrap. Hi, I'm Charulata Biswas and you're watching the Indian Express. Let's get you started. The top story, hearing a plea seeking an end to bulldozer justice prevalent in several states, the Supreme Court today came down heavily on governments implementing it. This is what the top court said.
Hearing a plea seeking an end to bulldozer justice prevalent in several states, the Supreme Court today came down heavily on governments implementing it. It questioned how a house can be demolished just because it belongs to an accused or even a convict in a criminal case. The court also proposed a set of pan-India guidelines to be followed before demolishing homes. Addressing the bench of Justice B.R. Gavai and Justice K.V. Vishwanathan, Solicitor General of India Tushar Mehta submitted that no immovable property cannot be demolished just because the accused is involved in a criminal offence. Justice Gavai asked how demolition can be carried out just because an accused or convict stays there. Justice Gavai said, and I quote, "If you are accepting this, then we will issue guidelines based on this. How can demolition be just because he is an accused or even a convict? If construction is unauthorized, fine. There has to be some streamlining. We lay down a procedure. You are saying demolition only if violation of municipal laws. There is a need for guidelines. It needs to be documented." Justice Vishwanathan asked why directions cannot be passed to avoid such cases. He said, and I quote, "First issue notice, give time to answer, time to seek legal remedies, and then demolition." The bench led by Justice B.R. Gavai heard the plea filed by Jamiat Ulama-e-Hind over the government's permission to run bulldozers on the houses of accused in criminal cases. The petition cited recent incidents of running bulldozers in Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan and alleged that minority communities were being targeted in bulldozer action. The plea alleged that to run a cycle of oppression against the marginalized people in society, especially the minorities, and to intimidate them, the state governments were encouraging the running of bulldozers on their houses and properties. The Supreme Court's hearing comes weeks after officials in Udaipur demolished an illegally constructed house of a Class 10 student accused of stabbing a classmate, sparking minor clashes between locals.
And RSS has broken silence on caste census. At a time when the opposition has adopted caste census as a key issue, the RSS indicated its support for the same, while adding that it should not be used for political or electoral purposes. Listen to RSS's publicity in charge's response.
सर, जातीय जनगणना एक बहुत बड़ा इशू है और उसको लेकर संघ भी चिंतित कहीं न कहीं है. उस पर कोई चर्चा या बातचीत?
I think as RSS, we have already commented on this issue. See, as our society, Hindu society, we have the sensitive issue of our caste and caste relations. That is a very sensitive issue. So, and of course, it is an important issue of our national unity and integrity. So, it should be dealt very seriously, not just on the basis of electioning or election practices or politics. So I think as RSS think, yes, definitely for all welfare activities, particularly addressing to the particular community or caste which is lagging behind, and so which is the special attention is needed to some communities and caste. So for that, if sometime government needs the numbers, it is a very well practiced. So government needs the numbers, it takes, earlier also it has taken, so it can take it, no problem. But it should be only to address the welfare of those communities and caste. It should not be used as a political tool for electioneering. And so we put the caution line for everyone.
In a big blow to Aam Aadmi Party, the Enforcement Directorate on Monday arrested Aam Aadmi Party MLA Amanatullah Khan in connection with a money laundering case. ED officials searched his residence in Okhla and thereafter he was produced in Delhi's Rouse Avenue court earlier in the day. Here is a full report.
AAP MLA Amanatullah Khan has been arrested by ED today. Earlier today, ED had arrived at the Aam Aadmi Party MLA's residence. Following this, Khan, in a self-made video, had said that ED will arrest him today. AAP leaders like Sanjay Singh, Saurabh Bhardwaj had slammed ED and said that agencies are being misused. Saurabh Bhardwaj said that as the elections come closer, these people will increase this kind of pressure even more. He added that the central government wants all the government departments in Delhi to remain vacant. Union Minister Giriraj Singh earlier today had commented on the same and said AAP is a party surrounded by criminals.
In a big attack, Congress leader Pawan Khera hit out at Securities and Exchange Board of India chairperson Madhavi Puri Butch over irregularities and alleged that she was drawing salary from not just the government but also private banks ICICI Bank and ICICI Prudential. He also attacked PM Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah over her appointment. Here's what he said.
सवाल सिर्फ सेबी से नहीं होंगे, सवाल सिर्फ सेबी की चेयरपर्सन से नहीं होंगे, सवाल सिर्फ आईसीआईसीआई से नहीं होंगे, सवाल प्रधानमंत्री से होंगे, ये साहब से होंगे जो सामने आपको दिख रहे हैं, हंसता हुआ नूरानी चेहरा। ये एसीसी इनके अंडर है। प्रधानमंत्री से पहले सबसे हम सवाल पूछेंगे कि आप जब रेगुलेटरी बॉडी के हेड को चुनते हैं, कि जब नियुक्ति करते हैं, उसका क्राइटेरिया आपकी नजरों में होता क्या है? What is the fit and proper criteria to appoint heads of regulatory bodies? ये सवाल का जवाब तो सिर्फ प्रधानमंत्री दे सकते हैं। दूसरा सवाल हमारा प्रधानमंत्री जी से ये है कि जो एसीसी है, अपॉइंटमेंट्स कमिटी ऑफ द कैबिनेट है, जिसके सर्वे सर्वा प्रधानमंत्री खुद हैं, उनकी अध्यक्षता की ये एसीसी है, क्या ये चौंका देने वाले तथ्य उस एसीसी के सामने आए थे अपॉइंटमेंट के वक्त या अपॉइंटमेंट के बाद आए थे और नजरअंदाज कर दिए? तो साहब हम क्या कहें, आप ही समझ जाइए। और नहीं आए थे, कैसी सरकार चला रहे हो साहब?
And from India, moving on to Canada, shots were reportedly fired outside Punjabi singer AP Dhillon's home in Vancouver on September 1st. Rohit Godara from the Lawrence Bishnoi gang has claimed responsibility for the incident.
A shooting incident has been reported outside the Vancouver home of popular Punjabi singer AP Dhillon. Authorities are investigating the incident with a video of the alleged shooting currently being reviewed by security agencies. Now, initial reports indicate potential connections to Goldie Brar's gang. Officials are working to understand the motive and ensure the safety of everyone involved. AP Dhillon, a Canadian Indian artist, is well known for his hit songs like Brown Monday and Excuses. AP rose to fame primarily through digital platforms like YouTube and Spotify and trended on Instagram. AP rose to fame primarily through digital platforms like YouTube and Spotify. Just like this incident, in April, two bike-borne assailants fired rounds outside the Bandra residence of actor Salman Khan. While the actor was safe, it was the latest in the series of threats the actor has received in the past few years. Now, in that case also, Lawrence Bishnoi, Goldie Brar had taken the responsibility of the attack. For more such stories, keep watching The Indian Express.
That's all for the day, but we are leaving you with visuals of actor Deepika Padukone in her pregnancy shoot with her partner Ranveer Singh. She posted the black and white pictures on social media where she looked nothing less than ethereal.